So welcome, hi Vanisha, also everyone, for a very interesting session on handwriting analysis and graphology. So today's session is dedicated about the assessments of knowing your own self and knowing others around you. So can you all please, it's a request, if you all can just keep the videos on, because that helps. And if you all can, because today's session is going to be diagnostic session with more of a two-way interactive session that we are organizing this. Hello, Jessica. Thank you. So today I'm talking about graphology. Hi, Madisha. Thank you. So the idea is what is going on within us that reflects through our handwriting. Especially your muscles are governed by your brain. The moment your gross motor and fine motor, when we say, these terms we've heard, but then how to use these movements? Because when we say graphology, what is graphology? Graphology basically is the graph that your brain is giving out on paper in the form of the curves and the angles and the standing and the sleeping line that you're putting it, and what we are using it as not on the ruled page, something that you write as a running handwriting, or whatever way of flow of your thoughts that comes out on paper. Sometimes we write affirmations, sometimes we write journal, we do journaling, etc. All of these, when you look at your handwriting, because everyone keeps telling me, oh, my handwriting is very bad, it's inconsistent, it keeps changing. Yes, because why? It keeps changing is because your moods keep changing. The way you operate and the way you think and the way you feel and flow, everything keeps changing. So your handwriting also is bound to change at the end of it. But there are formations that remain the same. So if anyone would like to experiment with handwriting or signature analysis, if you can show your signature, we can try out understanding about yourself.
I'd like to do it as well.
Yes, thank you.
We'll do it.
Everyone. So today's session is all about the assessments with everyone and how.
Hello, sir. Sorry, I just missed. I was on another call, so I just couldn't read.
Sir,
Very good evening to all.
Should we write on paper?
I'm saying today's entire session is dedicated to something called graphology, as we say, a graph which your brain is giving out through your muscles, the extensor and flexor movement, the way you draw your curves and, all those things basically that has an impact about you as a person. So when you want to read a person like a book, the best way to read a person like a book is through their handwriting, through their graph, which is coming straight from the brain. So if Jessica can share her.
Yeah, I don't know if this is going to be big enough.
Jessica, just show it 3 times, 1, 2, and 3 on the same paper, not just on that little leaf, maybe on paper.
I'll do that now.
Yep. Hi, Jas. How are you? Good evening. Hello, Nikki.
I'm good. How are you?
All good. All good.
Okay. Is this big enough?
Yeah, this is big enough. Can I just 1 minute? Let me magnify this if I can. Yes. That's too close, a little away. Yes. Okay. So that's the first letter of your initial.
Is J.
That's J. And then your family name?
Is Canero, beginning with a C. The C is quite big. And then Canero.
Okay. So thank you. That's it. So we talk about it now. Yes. So Jessica, you can take it away. No problem. I've seen it now. So let's talk about Jessica a little bit. Jessica, you are, as we say, attached with your family values that you were given as a child. You in fact find tremendous amount of value in sticking to what you've learned from your family, the values, where they come from. You've always been identified with your family name as well. Is it true?
Yeah, I would say that. Yep.
And your identity also comes from the family. Whereas when it comes to your own importance, you're a very humble person. So you don't really talk what is inside is what is outside. So very legible, very clean-hearted, very down to earth sort of a person who's also very practical, a little, take time to make decisions. You're not very quick as an impulsive person to jump to quick decisions. You don't also consider yourself to be very impulsive. And you've learned it hard way, how to hold your impulses in your control. So you've learned it as a child as well as when you grew up. So you test and try everything, and then you jump into action. If it doesn't give you any sort of validation about how and what will it get me, you don't even take action. So you need motivation to move forward in your life. Is it true?
Most definitely.
Most definitely. Thank you. And sometimes there is a part of you that does not like very authoritative people, right? If someone tries to do a lot of overprotection, though you've had a very overprotective childhood, where venturing out of any new thing, you had to take approval from the parents, and only then you were allowed to go out and do things. Correct me if I'm wrong. So there is this deep need to break free from that environment which is overprotective. How will I know what I'm capable of if I don't move out? Is how you started venturing out into different ideas of life and finding yourself. Like, as we say, finding Nemo. In the huge ocean, how I keep swimming. And you are getting emotional already.
Yeah, it's very true about what you were saying about branching out, because I actually moved halfway across the world to be like, what can I do with my life?
What can I do with yourself? Yes, because it's actually the vast world, and you wanted to venture out and see how my true potential I can explore without the dependency of the family. So you actually adventured. You had to convince and literally plead to your parents and family and say, I'm capable and I'm going, and all of that. I think a lot of convincing happened. Yeah. Though I have never met you and I don't even know about your past, but just with your signature that is also just shown online is how much can I know about you.
Amazing. Yeah.
So see, graphology, that is why is a very profound science. People don't understand that your brain map completely reflects through your handwriting. You're a very confident person, yet at the same time, you also lose energy. If the results don't come the way, so you become self-critical, you lose energy, you get demotivated, you get a little aggressive, and then it's all to yourself. It like comes in back as something else at the end of it. So that's one area which you may want to work and understand yourself, that what can I change about myself? You're a very optimistic person though. Yeah.
Very much so. Can I ask a question with what you've said there?
Yes.
When I've also done the ECHA course, and obviously there's a part of it where they focus on graphology. Good. Yeah. Okay. But a lot of the information is forgotten now. So you're sort of bringing it all back now. So thank you for that. I remember our teacher for that module saying that when you start to progress and change, your signature may change, but I couldn't remember whether she said you should instigate that change. So as an example, when you said about family values, I was definitely brought up into a very strong family. Where the name was very prominent, but then since I've moved, I actually am very distant from my family. And what I have been doing the last 6-7 years is building an identity completely away from family by choice. So in that aspect, that certainly doesn't resonate with me now, at least I don't feel it does. Would it be advisable in these situations to change my signature because I've had that signature since I'm 31 now, and I've had it since I was maybe 17. Right. Is it something you should do when you start to see changes?
Yeah. If you are acting or seeking a change that you want to bring about and venture out, and if you finally moved away, there are a few things about your family that you may want to keep, and there are a few things about family, if there are limiting beliefs or limiting aspects of overprotection, does not allow you to venture out into your full potential because there are limiting beliefs that came from your parents and families and things like that. And if you're looking for growth, what you can do is perhaps keeping the family name, write your name fully so that you give emphasis to yourself. Because right now you're just putting one initial only, which is too big. So that represents that you want to do big things in life, but sometimes the family name, which is also holding you back. So write at least the one change that I would recommend for you is write your own name full, along with your family name. That will give you progress for sure.
Thank you.
You know, so that your personality comes out more than your family name shining to you.
So it's like your own
carrying
identity.
that as an identity for yourself.
Yeah.
You know, that is important. Yes.
Yeah.
Who's the next? Who would like to try? Yes, Kajal ji.
Okay.
Yeah. So Kajal ji has this very interesting K that we begin. So Kajal ji loves stylish people, but Kajal ji is also, Kajal ji, tell me if you take all your decisions keeping future in mind. Because past, you've already moved on, you've made peace with the past. So everything that you now think is always about keeping the present and the future in mind. You actually, like stylish people?
Nothing is there in mind, actually, now. But whatever is coming, I'm respecting, I'm enjoying, I'm living.
And when you write only your name, your identity is you. Your identity is nothing else, no family, no past, no present. It's me right here in the now. I'm a very, positive or a optimistic person. I operate out of that. The only thing that perhaps is bringing a little still unresolved part, if you look into your K, that K which is going behind in the knot. Okay. So that K which is going behind in the knot is where I think it is creating a little bit of a little held back part.
It used to be like this also. All my bank.
No, but then here,
yeah.
But then this smooth K that you're putting in, that smooth K is where you don't like social bindings and bondings. You know, people take
These are the two signatures I'm been doing from maybe 10, 11 years old. So
a lot of others have taken your advantage. If the earlier, the K that comes like a C in the curve with the line, what's happening is you've also allowed yourself to be very kind, very generous. You love doing things for others. But then people don't value it is where you get hurt. So that's where the hook is there on top.
Yes, exactly.
So all these formations have a deep, significant meaning. And I am my own support system. I am self-made. I don't like taking help from anybody else. And even today, I am more helpful towards others rather than taking help from anyone in my life, is what your signature says.
Yes, because the life now is the life of contribution only. No, I have moved into that age, that state where whatever I can do, I'm doing. Whatever is coming is divine gift. I'm respecting, I'm enjoying, I'm loving.
And one of the major areas is why
planning is not there. No planning.
But you're living.
I'm just living. Whatever is coming, I'm taking it as a divine gift.
It's the surrender with which I think I flow with the flow of life. Is your
and I love
I'm sure, because I'm also aware that the hypnotherapy 5 levels have brought about a huge shift again to the next level of life. So it's a good thing. Fine. So you are good. It, I'm sure, must have reduced. The only thing is just stop that knot that you're making in the K. So maybe that softer part, but then if you can make it little sharper rather than being that soft. I want you to be little sharp as well.
Okay.
So be with an angle. Don't be that smooth for people to take you for a ride. The roller coaster. So
now nobody takes a ride unless I allow.
So let's keep that a little edgy. That's it.
Yeah.
Rest, everything is all fine. No knot and not as much curve. It's just the edge that you can bring it with that. Yes. Anyone else? Just
yes,
or
sir.
Manisha?
Yeah,
yes,
sure.
Yes.
Yes,
are we doing the signature or a statement?
Only the signature. Only the signature which I'm looking at right now.
Okay, so let's see if you can see it.
Okay, Jess.
Manisha, I'll come. Yes, I'm reading just first and then coming to Vanisha. I'm sorry, Vanisha. So, yes, Josh. Fine. Good. So once again, just if you also could write your full name,
yeah, sure.
Just core fully, you are very good, optimistic. But once again, what you are caught up into is maybe, I don't know if you're doing this deliberately, that you're writing only your J.
You see, that's my signature for donkey's years. I can't change it because of legal reasons. You know how it is.
I'm not saying, see, everybody who I'm recommending these changes, don't go and change this on your legal documents. Okay? So what we do normally is when we say that recommendation with a change. See, the way you're writing, your handwriting is the inside core you, but your signature is your portrayal to the world around. Okay? So what you want to project the world outside. So that's your sexuality. So all those who've learned hypnotherapy, there is suggestibility, which is your handwriting, and sexuality, which is your signatures. So when you are portraying out to the world how important I am, or how much of me can be taken into consideration, is all those who are writing only the initial aspect of only the first letter of your name, which means I'm not important. So when you know, we tend to then go into pleasing, sometimes you don't want to come out that full, you know, in terms of being recognized in a certain light and all of that. So start putting your complete name so that you start giving yourself the importance that you deserve. Because this then brings down the importance that you give it to your own self. And when you don't give importance to your own self, others don't give you that importance as well, what you deserve. You get this, Jess? So when you want to be considered seriously by others, you always represent your full name with your name and surname. So I know, like in Sikhism, as we say in Punjabis, when we say Kaur, it's of course the daughter of you know, the Guru himself, as how the tradition started. So when you are representing the Kaur as the family, which I know that how much of your values you're driven by your culture and religion and family once again, but start giving your name as like a full identity. That'll help.
Okay, so I've written my
go
name.
Out and put your, yes.
That would help to see.
Yes. Yes. But then, yes, you can definitely just put Jaskirat Kaur is also good enough, and take this a little as a 20-degree elevation and then put a good line below. And what you do, these changes, you do this for nearly 21 days on a plain paper for 21 times and see how your internal space changes. There will be
so
some
the whole name or just Jaskirat Kaur?
Jaskirat Kaur, you write it.
Which and then underline it.
And then underline it with a little elevation of 20 degrees, which is going up as if you're like, you know, take off.
Okay.
That's the kind of energy that you can put in. Everybody for that matter, like a takeoff for 20 degrees is good enough. Beyond 20 degrees is difficulty. Beyond 30, 40 degrees, it's challenging life. Yes, this is good enough.
So this is how it is?
Yes. Yes, this is good enough. Awesome.
Perfect. I'll start doing that today.
Please do that. That helps big time. Because your
the handwriting, all the affirmations that you have told me, it has worked brilliantly. Like my relationship with my mother with one eye, it changed. It changed completely. You know that, I mean, very clearly. So I definitely do a lot of emphasis on graphology. It's something that I want to master someday because it's got power.
No, because
like
each time when I come here, I try to announce a class, which is what we had also announced on first. That's the basics. So you may not have to attend the first, because all those who've already learned hypnotherapy can skip the module 1. You can come straight into the module 2, which is the next weekend for 2 days.
And how many levels are there?
There are only 2. The basic, which is only understanding the behavior part, and then the module 2, which is the graphotherapy part. So how to actually master the graphodiagnostics and learn to read people, read personalities and change and recommend, because all those who are the therapists, I'm doing the graphodiagnostic certificate course where you will be certified as a graphotherapist. Yeah. So it's a 2-day program.
And that's going to be through ECA?
No, not through ECA. It's about Happiness Solutions. That is
it's through Happiness Solutions
and Illuminations. So you will be certified by Illuminations and Happiness Solutions on graphodiagnostics and graphotherapy.
Okay,
graphotherapist.
That would be great.
Oh yes, and you will be able to actually learn about all these special formations, how to see that there is how much of stress that the person is going through in their life, and family context and scenarios, and how to heal their relationship with the parents, environment relationships. Career goals, and how do you go about decision making and things like that. There are some 20 attributes that I'm going to be teaching in this whole, other than what you've learned in ECA. So that gives you the depth to learn and also apply this, because if you are definitely wanting to master therapeutic interventions, just graphodiagnostics and graphotherapy is a must, because these days people are using more of mobiles and smartphones than writing it down. So when you're putting the gratitude journal or writing an affirmation, it's an idiomotor reversal, so that reversal can actually change the neuropathways in the brain. It's the neuroplasticity of the brain that you are ensuring while giving them the therapeutic intervention, how to reverse completely an inner child just using handwriting. The reversal.
So that explains clearly, because the inner child got happy with the mother.
Yes, exactly.
I mean, I'll take my example.
That is what I think I told you.
Yeah. No, definitely. I can get the details from Illuminations for level 2.
Yes, you can. You can just simply speak to Shalom. Yes, for the module 2 straight. All those who are already level 5 or level 4 done from clinical hypnotherapy perspective, they can come for both the second module straight away, which is on 6th and 7th, I guess. And the remaining part, which is the first module, if all those who haven't done the first module, all level 5, then they have to come for the first as well.
So if we finish the ECHA curriculum, so we can come straight to the second.
You can come straight for the module 2, straight for the graphodiagnostic class. You'll be certified. Venetia, now coming to your signature.
Okay, sir.
Back to see it. Yes. So Venetia is also we Sony.
Yeah.
If I read it correctly.
Yes, sir.
Sorry.
Correct.
So that's also again the same. I think in this forum, everybody has the similar thing, that driven by the family values and what came. And so, but here, Sony is your. Are you married, Venetia? If I may ask so.
Sir, I'm happily divorced.
Okay. That's I like that happily divorced part. Acceptance with what you are and where you are. So you've gone back to your maiden surname.
Yes.
If I may say so, right? So again, there's a certain amount of nurturance, care, love, acceptance, and being yourself as a freedom that came from your family. Exactly, perhaps you did not get it in the family when you got married. That's why you felt limited, trapped, controlled, or whatever. And if you have come out of that relationship for good, it works for you. Because here again, but what you're doing is you are giving less importance to yourself. So there is a certain amount of damage perhaps that happened in the process. I'm sorry, these are some very core
yes, sir, yes, sir.
I'm sharing it on the open forum. But
sir, it's okay. I have also worked on myself after doing my 5 levels of hypnotherapy.
Oh, wow. So
yes,
when you give yourself a little less importance, Venetia, others take you very soft, though you are very good with decision making. That's your strength. But this one decision perhaps that you made wrong, you're not able to forgive yourself. That how
yes,
could
sir.
I, out of all the awareness and the industrious me before marriage, landed up getting into this association, which is what you're trying to work around with. And you've decided that now every decision that I will make in my life will be completely sharp and very deep rooted decision, and I will not fail. So, but then again, that's a compulsion that you're drawing it in yourself, that I don't like to fail.
Yeah.
So just
like I am done with failures and rejections, and
I see that in your and when I also say there's a certain amount of, as we say, from where you used to operate before marriage to now, it's also the drop in energy. So acceptance has happened, but the wisdom of what my lessons that I had to learn, yet there is a learning of finesse to closure is required. There are parts of it, as we say, the elephant is gone, the tail is remaining. That tail
yes,
is what you have to tweak it.
Yes, sir.
That's the only thing which is still, did it really happen very recently, Venetia?
Yes, sir, in 2018, and it didn't last. I mean, it was just hardly for 2-3 months, but it was very abusive.
No, because I can see that there's a lot of hurt from that short experience that has shaken your confidence as well in your own decisions to say yes or a no.
Yeah. And like I have been through body shaming I've been to physical abuse, verbal abuse, everything in just 2-3 months.
Sorry.
And that's where I decided to move to Dubai. I am from Mumbai, Kandivli.
Oh, wow. Kandivli, where?
Patel Nagar.
Oh, not bad. I was in Mahavir Nagar, by the way.
Oh, great, sir.
I'm also
Sir,
from Mumbai.
I think one of my friend who was in Irani Wadi, somewhere in Kandivli. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not bad. See, world
Small
is very
world.
small.
Small world.
So the idea of this entire thing is, when we understand that, how do we move forward to life, with what confidence, and how you, seal and shut all those past healed or unhealed. I would definitely recommend, if you wish to come and take this therapeutic, if all of those who've done 5 levels, trust me, graphodiagnostics and graphotherapy will add a different dimension, because you are definitely going to need the assessment and diagnostic tools. Because the first and the foremost thing that each one of us grapple with is where to begin the therapy from. So when you want to establish a good, successful therapy, you definitely got to be razor sharp with your diagnostics. And handwriting is a tool where you will exactly get the entry point from where you can get in. And how exactly do the consultation in the 30 minutes, so that you exactly have in those 30 free minutes, you convert the client getting back. Trust me, today, I'm one of the top converters of all the clients who come to Illuminations Dubai or Abu Dhabi. My 80% of conversions are happening purely looking at the handwriting and signature and nothing else. And the moment you pitch it from there, that this is what it is, trust me, like the way right now I'm reading your signatures and handwriting, the moment I tell them, without they telling me about their life and what they have been through, literally there's a critical filter that opens up saying, this person is speaking sense. I can trust this person, because with the experience that this person has, I can safely give up my control in order to get fixed. So the person will be willing to invest. So don't look at, and don't ever get scared of investing into yourself ever, because I can assure you that within first 10 clients, you will recover this entire money. And to convert those 10 clients, you will have enough data and confidence to speak with that you will not go wrong. That's the key. Nikki, I'm waiting to hear from you now. So thank you, Vanisha. Thank you so much for
opening up.
Thank you. It requires a lot of courage to, share your life like this on a Zoom call. But thank you so much for that openness.
That's all right.
That truly says that you've healed. Trust me.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Yes.
Sorry,
Nikki.
I nipped out there. This is
no problem. Yes,
it's
Nikki, little more closer. Nikki, if you can bring it a little closer for me to see. Oh, yes. So again, N. So, Nikki, again, N and your family name once again there?
Asghar.
Okay. So I think that's the theme today. Everybody is putting a lot of emphasis on the family and the family identity and the name and the values, because this shows that how humble, how obedient, how open, and how clear what is inside is what is outside that you all have been. Okay. And I'm putting this as each one of you. So, there is a lot of humility that comes the moment someone, so that shows that you're not a rebel. You are in acceptance with a certain part of, as a parental conditioning, there is an association which is pleasant. Number one, is this your post-marriage surname, or it's the pre-marriage surname again? Maiden name?
No, pre-marriage.
Maiden surname. So, once again, because your identity is the most important thing, as I say, please start using your full name in your signatures. But that's what you're portraying it out to the world, because the moment you're not including your own name, you are giving the world a reason to take you for granted. Trust me. And this is the, I think, common thread for today. Most of you who are writing just the family name are also too dependent on others for security. So the family name gives that security. You get that? So your own name, that lack of confidence Am I confident enough to go out and show my real self, or do I need that guard? Do I need that protection? Do I need, or how vulnerable, how easy or difficult do I feel when I'm all by myself? Are you getting this? That's where you need that family guard of blessings and grace and values and defenses. Because the moment you write your family names, you're also taking a lot of family defenses that you've observed growing through the childhood. Are you getting this?
Yeah.
So breaking free from that shield of protection, you're not fully confident out there showing your full potential to the world. So that much more your potential also gets drained or does not shine. Let me put it like that. So if you are looking at a professional success, if you are looking at your identity being recognized as a person, if you are looking at your confident sides to be seen by the world, please start writing your full name. And I'm saying that do not change it legally. This is not needed. Change it on the paper, just within your journal first. And then from there, you can take it up legally or not legally. Do this for at least 21 days. See how does it make you feel. See it for 41 days. How does it make you in your behavior? And see it for 90 days and see how it makes you feel. And if you wish to learn this entire science and art, if your signature can reveal this much, imagine what the other characteristics and traits. So I'm going to be covering the entire, those 2 days, the complete handwriting reading. There's also going to be drawing analysis, and there's also going to be complete signature analysis, which will do it. Any questions? Any of you who have already read the signatures form? Yeah, because I'll tell you, just when you ask them, what they are doing is, because I told them to do so because we didn't have more participants. So if at least I have 4 participants, they are only 1 right now. So that's where, maybe they're canceling.
Okay.
That's why we kept the webinar today. So we can take a call based on how many are, enrolling from today. And if you're sure in joining, then definitely we will have the module 2. And in fact, I will end up doing only module 2 then. I'll not do the first one.
My only problem is I don't have a schedule.
You intend the law of attraction, just you already know.
I mean, my intent will be very strong that for the next 7 days, I'll be in Dubai till the 7th.
Awesome. With a single slit, we're there.
Yeah, I keep my fingers crossed for it.
100%. Yes.
So classes will be online?
No, classes can be online, offline, both. So that's not an issue.
All right.
But
I prefer online, yeah.
Huh?
Anything to do with you and YK, it has to be online. Like, not online, on-site.
On-site, yeah. Anytime. You're most welcome.
And will it be in Dubai or Abu Dhabi?
I'm very happy because he being in Dubai is also a blessing for me, not just for all of you. So he's now migrating here. He's already done that.
This is what I heard as well, which was a surprise to me.
Yeah.
Yuvraj sir is migrating to Dubai?
Yeah.
He started a company here. So he's going to be here for 150 days now in Dubai.
Lovely.
Well, he's stuck now. He can't go back to India.
Yeah. So until this decode is happening, decoding. Yeah. So for the decoding, definitely he's going to be around.
He started
last year only. I finished my level 5 with him.
Oh, he's the person to be.
Is he starting his own wellness center here, sir? Wow.
Is he?
Jessica?
Sorry, I said, is he starting his own wellness center here?
No, not wellness center. It's an online brand. It's a holding company that he's starting.
Ah, wow.
It's for Rudra, right?
It will be online. So he's launching a whole lot of new products in range. Okay.
But sir, if you...
yeah.
Oh, sorry.
No, please tell me.
That Rudra one which is there by Yuvraj sir.
Yeah.
So, but somehow that site is, we are not able to open that. I don't know why.
I know. There are some technical issues. I don't know. Yes.
Sorry, before we move on, my husband's here. He wanted to join, but he's actually got a work call. But I got him to sign. Can you? I only got 2 signatures from him though.
Is he there?
He is, but he's on a call. So
no problem. But then
on his own conference
you
call.
are more eager to know your husband More than he being eager about himself.
I'm curious. I'm like, sign. He's like, he doesn't know what to score, by the way.
Yeah,
but he's like, okay.
Just hold it closer. Let's see what comes up.
Let me just get some light in here. It's only twice he only signed it, but yeah.
Oh, just 1 minute. So what's his full name?
He's Indian. His name is Abhishek Diwan.
Diwan.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. So he is a very ambitious person, very sharp, very confident, definitely. But in terms of decision making, he again, plan A, plan B, plan C, he's too much into thinking. So his thoughts actually hold him back. He's not a blind risk taker, but I think, I don't know what sort of work. Is he into marketing or some sort of, talking to people, more of front-ending sort of a job?
He's a pilot, actually.
So definitely he loves to keep the control with himself. So I think he also writes A and Divan, is it first?
Let me just, yeah, but it's kind of his signature is not very clear. Yeah, it's kind of like A with the D over the top and then Divan. Yeah.
No, so again, it's his family overshadowing him each time. He's very close to his family, especially his mother.
Yeah, very much so.
So all the good food that his mother cooked, all the love that he received through amazing childhood that he keeps remembering, and he goes into a lot of past memories. Is his mother with him, with you both here? No.
No, not at the moment. But they were here recently.
He misses his mother a lot. I don't know if there's a lot of pressure to cook good food on you.
I've learned how to cook, so now he's happy days. But at the beginning, yeah, he was like.
So he's a good foodie. I can see that.
Yeah.
That's a very ambitious person, but quite insecure, because these days is he also worrying about I think about COVID, about this, about that, a lot of paranoia that I see, anxiety.
He's actually just recovered from COVID, so
he is scared with that. So I can see that much. Anyone else? Madiha. Anyone would like to do any further? Hi, Abhishek.
Yeah, I think I can go next.
Wow.
I'm actually new to the club.
No problem.
So
no
I
problem.
actually have
Abhishek,
seen a
just
lot
hold
of
it
people.
correctly.
Let me know if you're able to see it.
Just a minute. Yeah, Abhish
Sheikh Prasad. And it will always go diagonally.
Prasad.
I never liked it.
So I think you require, yes, Abhishek. Your family, again, you're entirely supported by your family. You are, but then again, the amount of self-doubt that you've got it from your parents is something that holds you back in your decision making. You're not quite happy with each time, whatever that you perform, the good is not good enough. So you always look for higher milestones. When you achieve one, you go to the next one, and the good is never good enough for you. So I think some of these areas is where I think you need to pay attention and look for, and there is instability. There is a lot of anxiety. Maybe financially, you are looking for some sort of foundation. Right now, you are looking for help from someone. You are open to receiving help from somewhere. Are you also planning for a startup or looking for financial help from somewhere? Are you floating out some proposals out or something like that for financial help?
I have planned, but I have not started yet.
You've not started as yet. So you have a plan of a startup, because there's a startup stroke that I see.
Yeah.
So all these strokes are very interesting strokes that you see in a personality, and how it goes, whether it'll fulfill or it'll not. So Abhishek, start writing your Abhishek Prasad as one name, not the Abhishek up on Prasad down. Don't treat them as separate.
Okay.
Treat them as one, and put your father's initial in between. You will get the startup funding within no time.
Okay.
Because all your family lineage and grace comes through your father's initials. Okay. So when you edge out your father from your name, you also edge out that grace which is coming to you as a blessing in abundance. So resolve your relationship with your father, because I know he was the biggest critical man in your life.
Yes, please.
So you need to resolve your relationship with him.
Sure, I'll do.
Please do that.
Thank
Yes,
you.
Madhya.
Yeah,
And see,
let
just with
try to-
signature, you come to know about, what has happened in Abhishek's life. That his relationship with his father is the first thing that you would like to change and work with. Yes. Now coming to Madhya. Yes, Madhya. Thank you. I've seen it. Yes. So again, a lot of anger which is unexpressed, Madhya. That's the first thing that I see. Is it true? And in that anger, you stopped working. One fine day, you said no. It's like putting a stop to your own growth in aggression. You're a good listener. People can trust you. People can confide within you. You're a wonderful person to listen. You are a good listener, rather. But nobody is there to listen to your problems. And that's where the anger is coming from. Can we say that?
I think my smile on the statement is already telling you quite much.
No, I'm a literal person, but so I need to hear it literally. I don't infer,
right.
especially when it comes to my clients.
Right.
I don't infer anything. I love to hear it because that's
right
very important for
that's a recent realization. Yeah.
And decision making is another area where I think you depend a lot on others' approval before getting into it, or sometimes you impulsively get into it, but then you land up getting into it pretty late. So that impulse, when it does not give you the kind of ease and peace that you want, you tend to lose it, and that's where you displace that anger outside on things or your own self. So sometimes if you get angry, if you don't have anybody to remove your anger, either you'll eat a lot or you'll not eat on that day.
That's also true. I do a lot of stress eating or anger eating
eating. Exactly. So then it lands up being an abuse on your own self, at times. And that's how you can just calm yourself, because that's the only way you know how to handle that anger or anxiety that comes in, because you are getting with time pretty hopeless about future, and you got to do something about it. Are you also hypnotherapy trained or just
no, I'm actually I had COVID 3 to 4 months back, and I went to serious anxiety and depression afterwards. So this wellness journey is something which is new to me. So not in the I'm getting the therapy to get it treated first.
Great.
Yeah.
So if you want to attend something with module 1 and 2, or just the 2, you can also join in, and we can definitely work around it.
Sure. Great. Thank you.
Anything else about graphology anyone would like to know? So now I think I've proven enough that how profound and how interesting this science is, and how your brain completely reflects in your handwriting. And if you can reverse it, just with your handwriting, and when you change your strokes, you can change your thoughts. So that's the remedy. Even while you are doing it, when even each time when your formation changes, the moment your formation changes, you already know that what's not working for you, right? So you can entirely change your handwriting and your personality.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, please. We have time, 15 minutes more. No problem. We have ample time.
So I'm guessing there are a few therapists in the room?
Yes.
Right.
Abhishek, I think, is a non-therapist.
Yeah, Abhishek is the husband, right?
No, Abhishek is not the husband with
okay,
Jessica. That's a different Abhishek, and this is a different
All right,
Abhishek.
sorry. Okay. Sorry,
no, that's
Abhishek.
when I read the surname before making that assumption. So then with my mindfulness, I assumed. I stopped that.
All right.
Yes. Yes.
So my question is, in order to be able to get flowing with the path of being into the healing world and becoming the therapist, and have a as smooth transition as we can while giving out the therapy and keeping your own self strong. How do we play that role and get the balance? Because obviously we're studying, obviously we're doing the therapies, we're trying to finish the case studies, and let's say we're studying graphology or being a part of happiness solutions. So we're wearing a lot of hats at the same time, right? And sometimes it can get really shaky because you're working as well and you're trying to master all of this. So if you could give any kind of advice or an affirmation on how to write that affirmation to always be in alignment and not drift away, one, and second would be ensuring to stay motivated at all times.
Is again, the first thing first, Just, thank you for asking this question, in fact, and this I think is true for most of us. You are a therapist not because you have certificates.
Of course not. Yeah.
Okay? Your certificates is purely the journey that you've had, all the feathers in your hat and hats, the colorful hats that you wear. It's the head which is wearing that hat. It's not the hat which is bearing the head.
True.
Okay. So when you start keeping the knowledge in the back of your head and be that one sincere person who's constantly working on self for the larger good, so that you can see, when even like this definition I've, I think, spoken so many times for so many of us, where I say that the moment you walk the path of spirituality, when your spirit rises above duality. So when you've also stopped judging your own self, that's your first step, when you are working constantly on your own self. So the only sincere thing that the universe observes in you is that you are, even today, at any point in time, operating out of that humility where you are open to being worked upon. So you are offering yourself as an instrument to the world. You're neither the music nor the musician. So your job always will be to tighten your own strings so that when he strikes you, the right note comes out. You get that? So it's only your tuning is what you focus all throughout, and surrender. Because the moment you surrender with an intent to serve the humanity and not keep earning, or the switch as I am restless to what I'm doing to get to the other side of earning, because we all, of course, earning is the prime important aspect of your life. But then the moment you put out that intent to serve and for the larger good, offer your skills, what you're gathering and learning, the God will make sure that you are maintained fully well, and deal with those aspects of your insecurities and fears, because fears will bring an incompletion back, because there is something which is missing in that leap of faith. So I think what I would like to suggest to your question, I don't know if I've answered your question correctly, is to keep focusing on your own self. Because if it's healed you, the healed clients will go out of your clinic. And that's an intent, because the moment you submit your 10 cases, your clients are already waiting, because you're not a level 5 certified, a therapist just for no reason. Universe prepared you to use you as an instrument, which means universe already has a plan for you. So with that faith, your plan is just about to be unleashed or executed, but with your security, where your thoughts, emotions, energy, and physical body, all those 4 blocks in the pipeline are aligned correctly. So what you think is what you feel, is what you flow, is what you do. If you think different, if you say different, if you do different, you'll receive different. So that's where I think from your intent to delivery, the in between 2 blocks, which is your emotions and energy, they should not get displaced. Hold your ground, hold your roots better with faith, with single slits that I am a good therapist and I am going to get there. That's the faith with which you operate. And I'm sure the best will come your way. Walking your highest path always. No detours, no insecurities, no incompletions. So even if you spot as a therapist that there are incompletions, you just come back and ask, and where I can align myself is the only thing that you see, which even today I do it for myself.
Self-reflection.
Always. The only way out is to go within.
True. Totally true.
Thank you, Madhya.
I have a question, sir.
Yes, Jessica.
For affirmations, with the ECHO curriculum, we're obviously taught self-hypnosis, which is very powerful. How, considering what you do, what is your stance on how important it is to write affirmations?
Big time. Because, as I say, the conscious mind and the critical filter, there are defense mechanisms. When you write, it bypasses your critical filter. It's going straight into your hard disk. Because let's say if you ask me, saying affirmation versus writing affirmation, what is more effective? Saying affirmation is perhaps just 8% of your brain neurons being active. Okay, saying affirmation, 8% neurons. Compared to writing affirmation, 90% of your neurons completely active. So this answers your question. When you write it down with journal and what you're writing it down with an affirmation and changing the strokes with the upper zone, middle zone, and the lower zone, or certain formations and how you're going about it, or the slant, or everything which is about your characteristic, you want to bring it back to, even for your clients, as you are doing therapy, to aligning it with the hardware. See, remember, when a therapy happens, it happens in the software. Okay. But from the software, you've upgraded the software. How does the hardware, your brain, get to that degree of matching with the software? Will definitely happen through your handwriting and brain strokes changing. And hence graphotherapy. It's a part of your curriculum. It's a part of your, but from diagnostics to delivery, handwriting, assessment, therapy, and the writing will actually seal shut your complete case. I have recovered vasculitis and colitis and dermatitis and these kind of cases. Okay, completely with graphology, just with handwriting.
Amazing. Thank you, sir.
So it big time helps. In fact, let me show you all in this quick 2 minutes, if I can, and quickly open the PPT and show you just a glimpse of how profound the graphotherapy is. Sorry, I'm so engrossed that I've not even switched on the lights around me. So extremely sorry. Just give me a second. Because there are a few case studies that I'll be showing to each one of you, that how exactly I healed. I will be showing you actual samples of people with clinical disorders and problems that they came to me with and how they healed. All of these things with hooks and, you know, understanding the personalities, how they keep hitting and going into dead ends and not able to manifest their goals and stuff like that. A lot. See now, this one particular slide I would like to show you all. There's a Parkinson's and trembling hands kind of a case that came to me. Oh shit. They haven't given me the sharing rights. I'm so sorry. I'll not be able to show you that this case study because I don't have the sharing rights, the screen sharing rights. So let me maybe on the camera show this. Maybe if you can quickly. Yep. Can you all, I don't know if you can see this. Oh, it's too much of...
No, it's too much. It's too bright for us to view it.
Just a minute, just a minute, just a minute. Can you see the amount of... Let me tilt it, yeah. Do you see the formations that are so messy?
Yes.
Yeah, we can see that.
Yeah, we can see.
Now, just see the upper line, how messy and how shaky. This person could not even hold the spoon to eat or drink water, okay? That much of trembling hands this person was. Yep. See this. Do you see how much of shaking is there in the strokes? You can't barely read. Okay.
Yeah.
Within 3 sessions, see how beautifully the person healed. I'm so sorry, but see the affirmations now. 3 sessions.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Okay.
My God.
Amazing.
That drastic difference from completely Parkinson's to coming back to the body. And these happened online. Okay. These sessions were not even done in person. He wrote it, he sent it to me. I started working with him, inner child work and certain things. So I will also be giving you the paths to, you know, how to cause and cure a person to the next level. See, trust me. There are neurohormones, there are hormonal imbalances that happen in our body, which purely can be treated completely with your handwriting movements. You can change your brain neuropathways and rewiring. So I will actually be teaching you a whole lot of things with hypnotherapy, and all the teachings are in complete alignment with hypnotherapy. So you will enjoy the class. And those who are coming for the module 1 will also get to know about how many things are important for you. So even if you're not from a healing background, Nikki, I don't know if you are from hypnotherapy background already or you're not.
I'm just training as a counselor at the moment, so
okay.
Not actually.
So at least a little bit you know of self-work and stuff. So okay. So we'll obviously cover it up if in case you are interested. So all those who are interested in joining, please confirm within next 2 hours that I'm sure and certain. Then only we will keep this batch. Otherwise, we'll cancel it. To be very frank. So module 2 will then be postponed to some other time when I come next. So thank you, each one of you. Thank you so much. It's always a pleasure to connect with all of you.